what's your most memorable fishing moment ever?
I think that dates back to when I was probably about 3 years old. And I was born and raised in, not raised, but I was born in a little town of Carlton, Oregon. Do you know where that is? My father had a business there, and every weekend during the trout season or fishing season, we'd be on some fishing stream, trout stream somewhere, fly fishing. And but this one time, we were over at Nescoin, and that was back in about 1926, I think, something like that, 27, 26 probably. And he was up fishing on one of the, I don't know, the headwaters, the Nest Duck, or one of those over there. And I stayed down at Nescoin in one of the cabins down there, and I was fishing off of a little bridge that went across Nescoin Creek over to the old resort, which is no longer there, of course. Darn, getting pretty close to 100 years ago. But anyway, I managed to, it wasn't fly fishing, I'm sorry, but it was, I was using bait, but I caught a sea run cutthroat out of Nescoin Creek that probably go 18 inches. It was a big sea run cut. And at that time, I was so pleased. And Mom, who was fishing with me, who was there with me, helped me. We kept that fish, and when Dad come back that night, I had a lot bigger fish. I only had the one, but it was far bigger than anything he caught. He caught, back then, you know, you could keep, what, 60 fish, something like that. And he would do really, all the time, he did really well fishing. And, but he was so tickled. And in fact, that's putting it mildly. He was just ecstatic with the fact that I had caught a lot bigger fish than he did. And I can still, like I say, I was only about 3, and I can still hear him and see him and watch my mother, you know, when I was catching it and everything, and at the time when Dad saw it, that still is registered so strongly up there. And I've had a lot of very wonderful fishing experiences with some beautiful, wonderful people, but that probably was the highlight.